On October 14, 2019, South Korean singer-actress Choi Jin-ri, better known by her stage name Soli, was found dead at the age of 25 in her home just south of Seoul. The police later ruled that she had killed herself. This is her untold truth. Soli broke several big K-pop taboos over the course of her career. The K-pop industry holds its idols to almost impossibly high standards, and when they fall below them, the fans will often let them know it in no uncertain terms. Soli attracted a lot of negative attention, for example, when she stopped wearing a bra under her shirt in some of her Instagram posts. However, she stood firm on a June 2019 episode of The Night of Hate Comments, a Korean show on which celebrities respond to malicious comments that have been made about them online. She explained, "Bras have wires. They are not good for health. Not wearing one is comfortable. That is something beautiful and natural. For me, a bra is like an accessory. Some outfits go with it, and others do not. That's why I sometimes do not wear a bra." Soli admitted that the no-bra backlash was hard for her to handle at first, but it only made her more determined to exercise her freedom. She further explained, "When I upload my photos without a bra, people talk about it a lot. I could have been scared, but I didn't because I thought it would be nice if more people could discard their prejudices."
Soli was no stranger to being a target of negative online posts and attacks throughout her career.
To say that a K-pop idol who stepped out of line the way Soli often did is rare would be a drastic understatement. Her rebellious behavior unfortunately made her an easy target for trolls, but there were also plenty of people who appreciated and respected her. After her passing, one Korean music critic said, "She laughed when she wanted to laugh and cried when she wanted to cry. She brazenly spoke out. She didn't fit the mold." Part of the problem for Soli was that her agency had packaged her as the innocent little kid of the girl group FX. This meant that she faced extra scrutiny whenever she did something that didn't fit that role. Nevertheless, she often went against the grain. South Korean singer-painter Kwon Ji-an hoped that Soli would be honored in death for speaking up about sensitive topics when others around her refused to. She said about Soli, "She wasn't just an issue maker, but I hope she will be remembered as a women's rights activist who was free-spirited, who could truly speak her mind." One of the most important rules K-pop idols are expected to follow is the one that prohibits dating. This illusion of availability must be upheld so that male fans can feel as though they stand a chance with their idol of choice, no matter how remote. But that didn't stop Soli from entering into a relationship with the rapper Choiza. The unlikely pair dated for 2 years before reportedly splitting in early 2017. They were first romantically linked in 2014 after footage of them holding hands surfaced online. The revelation sparked major controversy in the K-pop world. Not only was Soli flouting the no-dating rule, she was also dating someone who was 14 years older than her. Choiza kept a low profile in the days following Soli's death, but he eventually took to Instagram to express his shock and grief, sharing, "We spent beautiful moments together, and it was with great reluctance to send you away. But those memories will remain with me until I close my eyes. This heart will always miss you." Soli's relationship with Choiza tainted her reputation in the eyes of many so-called fans of FX. The perception was that Choiza was a cradle-robbing creep who hit the jackpot with a much younger, much more famous woman. Despite the fact that he was, on paper at least, quite the catch himself. Regardless, the criticism that Soli faced for dating him clearly didn't put her off dating altogether. Soli rebounded by diving into another romance not long after the split, but that relationship wasn't meant to last either. In July 2017, a brand director named Kim Min-jun came forward and confirmed that he and Soli were taking different paths after 4 months of dating. He expressed hope that their breakup wouldn't be twisted into tabloid fodder. He wrote on Instagram, "After lots of thought, Choi Jin-ri and I decided to go separate ways. It was ordinary dating. There is only the story of the two, and no other special stories or curious backstories." In one particular scandal, Soli was subjected to homophobic abuse online after she kissed her friend and fellow idol, Guhara, also known as Hara, on the lips at her own birthday party in 2017. The reaction among fans was mixed, but as is often the case when it comes to toxic fandom, the vocal minority made themselves heard. Many left hurtful comments about Soli, most of them relating to her orientation. One person commented, "I'm afraid the two will announce they're dating in the future." Another chimed in, "Now they're lesbians? Hara's out of her mind too." What all of these naysayers clearly didn't realize, however, was that these two were like sisters to each other. After Sully's death was announced in October 2019, Hara posted some pictures of them lying in bed together on Instagram, along with a touching tribute to her late friend. Sadly, Hara was unable to attend Sully's funeral because of work commitments in Japan, so she sent a video message to her friend instead, in which she promised, "I will live hard and work hard for you." Sadly, Hara was also found dead in November 2019, just a month after Sully passed. One thing that's become abundantly clear about Sully since her passing is that she was systematically targeted by cyberbullies for years. These online trolls attacked her because of her stance on women's rights and her outspoken nature. She opened up about that experience when she began co-hosting the Night of Hate Comments in 2019. She revealed that she actually managed to track down one of her haters, but she chose not to pursue prosecution when she discovered it was a student at a prestigious university. She ended up receiving a long letter of apology from the commenter and chose not to take the matter any further. As she explained, "They said they were sorry and they hadn't known it would become such a large issue. They said they'd taken their stress out on me." Since Sully's passing, idols and academics alike have been urging the Korean government to implement changes and put an end to the epidemic of cyberbullying, including calls to institute harsher penalties. According to Sully herself, the public often forgot just how young she was. If it seemed as though she'd been around forever at the time of her passing, that's because she began working in entertainment at a really young age. She first tasted the limelight as a child actor, appearing in the 2007 drama film Punch Lady and the 2008 rom-com Miracle of a Giving Fool. The following year, she made the switch to K-pop and debuted with FX, but she'd actually been in training for a career as an idol for a long time. Sully was only in 5th grade when she moved into a trainee dorm in Seoul. While speaking on her reality show Jinri Market in 2018, she reminded viewers of this fact by saying, "Since I started working at an early age, no one thought that I was young even when I was actually really young."
Starting at such a young age and, being thrown into the industry, you're told what to do, what to say, what to think, what to look like.
When Sully arrived in the capital as a kid, fellow aspiring stars Taeyeon and Tiffany took the youngster under their wing. On an episode of the show Come to Play, a tearful Sully revealed, "They took good care of me, and I like to follow them around. I came to Seoul alone, so I only had them to look up to for support." Sully didn't shy away from explaining why she left FX. During the first episode of her show Jinri Market, she revealed that she realized the K-pop life wasn't for her and decided to put some distance between herself and the industry. She admitted, "I couldn't see the future. I had no idea what would happen in the future, so I did everything I could to protect myself." Sully felt that she couldn't even turn to her friends and family for advice. As she claimed, "Even when I said I was exhausted, no one listened to me. I felt all alone in the world." Her former FX bandmate Victoria didn't publicly reply to these comments directly, but fans believe that a cryptic message she posted to Weibo was actually a veiled response. She wrote, "Everyone has a path they desire and that they must go on. Don't stop walking and go. Don't regret." It seems as though Sully had the full support of Victoria, who took to Instagram to share her final goodbye when Sully was found dead at her home, writing, "Sully, the weather is nice today. Goodbye. I won't forget you. I love you."
Police said in a statement that the 25-year-old had been suffering from severe depression.
Were Sully's cries for help ignored by her agency? An industry insider spoke to Busan Report in the wake of her passing, claiming that the idol had urged SM Entertainment to do more to protect her against cyberbullies on numerous occasions, but to no avail. As the source claimed, Sully had a hard time dealing with the hate comments. She constantly asked her agency to take proper course of action in dealing with these comments. Meanwhile, SM Entertainment claimed that they'd tried to root out one particularly troublesome hater, but were unable to do so because the offender was registered in a foreign country. A spokesperson explained, "The IP address was made temporarily just for the use of malicious comments, making it hard for us to catch the user." It seems as though Sully felt like she'd been hung out to dry not only by her agency, but also by some of her closest friends. She spoke about her mental health in the first episode of Jinri Market, revealing that she suffered from social phobia during a candid segment. She explained, "I've had panic disorder ever since I was young. There were times when close people, some of my closest friends, have left me. People hurt me, so everything fell apart. I didn't feel like I had anyone on my side or anyone who could understand me, so that's why I completely fell apart. During her debut on the Night of Hate Comments, Sully covered a number of topics, including accusations of drug use. She noted that she watched a number of drug-related movies in preparation for her role in 2017's Real, and she revealed that her friends even compared her to late method actor Heath Ledger. But she insisted that she never tried drugs in real life. She said, "There are even people who've uploaded comparisons of photos of my pupils next to photos of the pupils of people who really do drugs." She also offered to put a sample of her hair forward for a test. Her fellow hosts pointed out that she dyed her hair and eyebrows, but Sully just laughed and said, "Then I do it with my leg hair. I didn't shave my leg hair." Sully also joked with her co-hosts about the backlash to her not wearing bras. But despite the joking, she supposedly wasn't actually happy, at least according to someone who knew her well. After her death, one of her close friends came forward and claimed that the idol had been trying to quit her job on the show for at least 2 months, as it was having a negative impact on her mental health. The friend claimed, "Sully had severe mood swings. Her anxiety recently seemed to get much worse, so we were very worried about it." If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255.